The Galactic Council had logged trillions of extinct species, but one name always sent a chill through the chambers. The Kha'Ruun. Every historian, xenobiologist, and military strategist knew of them. They were the stuff of nightmares, apex predators beyond all reason. Ancient records painted a terrifying picture. Towering creatures sheathed in natural armor that could shrug off plasma fire, tear through the hulls of starships, and hunt sentient beings across entire continents just for sport. They had ruled vast sectors of the galaxy long before most of our modern civilizations had even discovered fire. And then, without a single warning, they vanished. There were no ruins from a final conquest, no scorched homeworlds left behind, no desperate final transmission or the signature of a superweapon. The Kha'Ruun simply stopped existing for over 100,000 standard cycles. The galaxy's greatest minds debated their fate. Was it a civil war, a stellar catastrophe, a mysterious plague that targeted only them? Dimensional collapse. None of the theories ever fit. Nothing in the known universe had ever managed to wipe out a species so dominant, so completely, without leaving a single trace. So when humanity, the strange and resilient species from a Deathworld, joined the Council, no one expected them to have any answers, least of all from a quiet human historian sitting at the back of the chamber. The lights in the Great Hall dimmed as the ancient question was raised once again. The extinction of the Kha'Ruun remains unsolved, announced Council Archivist Vethrix, his voice echoing. Does any species present have new data? Silence, as usual. But then, a hand was raised. A human hand. Several delegates shifted uncomfortably. Humans had a reputation. They were unsettlingly calm, disturbingly resilient, and known for stating horrifying facts as if they were discussing the weather. Yes, Dr. Samuel Reyes, Vethrix asked, his antennae twitching with curiosity. Reyes stood, his hands clasped neatly behind his back. We do, he said, his voice even and steady. Humanity knows exactly how the Kha'Ruun went extinct. The chamber erupted. Impossible. Humanity hadn't even achieved spaceflight when the Kha'Ruun were last seen. The timelines didn't overlap, or so everyone had believed. You claim first-hand knowledge. A Zalorian war scholar snapped, his skepticism dripping from every word. Reyes shook his head. Not first-hand. Inherited. The word made several beings in the room stiffen. Inherited how? The archivist asked carefully. Reyes took a slow breath. Because the Kha'Ruun didn't disappear out here in space. They came to Earth. A deathly silence fell over the chamber. Earth, officially classified as a Category 12 Deathworld, was already infamous. Extreme gravity, an atmosphere toxic to most species, aggressive megafauna, and an unpredictably violent climate, Reyes continued. Roughly 90,000 years ago by your calendar, a Kha'Ruun hunting armada arrived in our solar system. Earth wasn't spacefaring. We were barely post-primitive. A nervous laugh rippled through the delegates. You're suggesting, someone scoffed, that primitives exterminated the galaxy's greatest predators? No, Reyes said calmly, and the distinction sent a new chill through the room. I'm saying we survived them. He gestured to the display behind him, which lit up with simulations. The Kha'Ruun hunters landed across our continents. They hunted us. They studied us. They toyed with us. By all accounts, they expected a quick, entertaining purge. He paused. They didn't understand our world. The simulations showed the effects of Earth's environment. The higher gravity strained the Kha'Ruun's physiology. Their heavy natural armor, perfect for deflecting energy weapons, caused them to dangerously overheat in our climate. Their advanced regenerative biology, evolved to handle sterile prey worlds, struggled against Earth's teeming microbial ecosystem bacteria, viruses, and parasites that humans had co-evolved with but proved devastating to an unprepared alien immune system. But that didn't wipe them out, Reyes said. Not at first. The images shifted again, now showing primitive humans wielding stone tools, fire, and clever traps. They underestimated us because we were weaker, Reyes explained, and that was their fatal mistake. Humans learned frighteningly fast. They learned the Kha'Ruun's hunting patterns. They learned how the predators relied on fear and intimidation. They learned that the creatures were absolutely fearless right up until the moment they weren't. We didn't fight them head-on, Reyes said. We exhausted them. We lured them into swamps and quicksand. We used wildfires to overheat them. We drove them over cliffs. We poisoned their water sources. The council listened in horrified, rapt silence. And when we realized their greatest weakness, Reyes continued, his voice low, we used it against them without mercy. And what weakness was that? Vethrix asked softly. Reyes smiled, but there was no humor in it. They hunted alone. The Kha'Ruun were solitary apex predators. To them, dominance was sacred, and cooperation was a sign of weakness. But humans hunted in groups. We coordinated. We communicated across vast distances. We sacrificed individuals to protect the whole tribe, Reyes said. By the time the Kha'Ruun realized they weren't the predators anymore that they were, the prey, it was too late. The simulations now showed the final, grim stage. Starving, diseased, and isolated, Kha'Ruun, unable to escape Earth due to damaged ships and relentless human sabotage. They died on our world, Reyes finished. Every last one of them. Their bones became fossils. Their stories became our myths. In some of our oldest cultures, they're still remembered, just by different names. Monsters, whispered a delegate. Demons, said another. Dragons, Reyes corrected them. Silence swallowed the chamber. You're saying, Vethrix finally asked, his voice barely a whisper, that humanity's homeworld is the graveyard of the galaxy's greatest predators? Reyes nodded. Yes. The archivist lowered his head. And why did humanity never reveal this? Reyes met his gaze, his expression unreadable. Because you never asked us how humans learned to fear the dark, he said quietly. You only asked why nothing survived it. No one spoke after that. Because they finally understood. The mystery of the Kha'Ruun wasn't their extinction. It was that something had lived through them and had become far, far more dangerous because of it.